Stampers, this is Marie Bennett with episode 7 of Tools of the Trade, and this episode is all about adhesives and embellishments. Embellishments are the things you add to a card that give it some sparkle or a little bit of an extra piece of class. And some of the things you can add to cards are sequins, and these sequins are in all different colors and shapes, hearts and stars, I guess, and circles. And the colors of these sequins match the colors of some of our papers. A different kind of sequin you can add, we use this at Christmas time, snowflakes and big silver sequins and smaller silver sequins. Very pretty on a Christmas card, or even just a card about winter. Another embellishment you can add is buttons. These are silver buttons, and they come in 4 sizes. They're very, they almost look like pewter, but they really are a very classy addition to a card. I have an example here of a really simple thank you card, and the only thing that's added to it to jazz it up a little bit is this one little silver button with some baker's twine threaded through it and tied into a bow. Very cute. Okay, the Stampin' Up! Buttons come in every color the paper comes in. This assortment of buttons is from the Regals collection, so colors that are in the Regals family are represented in the buttons in this little dish. So besides silver buttons and gold buttons, you can also add buttons that match the color of the paper you're using. Okay, we have some wood embellishments. These you would stick onto a card, these solid ones you would stick onto a card with a glue dot or with some glue, or even with a dimensional. And these open wood things you could tie on with a piece of baker's twine or other ribbon. Okay, then some more. We've got sequins that are threaded together like this. Beautiful. I think they're Bermuda Bay sequins. Yes, Bermuda Bay is the color of these sequins. Very pretty. And then we also have it in gold. And you can pull these sequins off of the string and just add one if you want, or 2 or 3, or you can cut a whole string full of them and use it like ribbon. Okay, speaking of ribbon, we've got every kind of ribbon you can think of. Looks good on a card. So there's like a ribbed satin. You can buy ribbon anywhere. They sell it at Walmart. I think they sell it at Kmart, but I'm not sure. Joann's has it. They have a small ribbon collection here in Green River at the used to be Pomida Shopco store. Here's another style of ribbon. Really shiny ribbon. Would look good on a Valentine's Day card. This color is real red. Okay, in addition to ribbon, we've got twine. This twine is called thick baker's twine. Two-tone trim. So this is Tangelo Twist and Whisper White string wound together to make a twine. And then we also have the same style of twine in Old Olive. And a new, I'm going to call it a twine, probably isn't, but a new product that just came out is these little pom-poms all strung together in Calypso coral. I haven't found a card to use them on yet, but I know they're going to be cute. And then the last kind of twine we've got is baker's twine. We have this twine available in many, many colors. You can also get it in a solid whisper white. This color is called Pool Party, and it's just a real happy blue and white, a thread that's been twined, I guess, wrapped together. It's a lightweight twine. Very pretty. Comes in lots of colors to match the papers you use. Okay, everybody likes gemstones. So we have rhinestones. These have an adhesive. They're sticky on the back, so you can stick them to the card that you're making and they won't fall off. And the same thing with these pearls. And since we have our new markers, the alcohol markers called blendabilities, you can color these gemstones so they match the ink you're using, and they'll look like colored gemstones. The color doesn't wipe off. Same thing with the pearls. Color the pearls to make pearls to match your papers and inks. Okay, that's the end of the embellishments that we're going to talk about. Oh no, it isn't. I got this little wad of washi tape here. We have lots of washi tape. You can buy washi tape just about everywhere too. And washi tape is fun because it just, you don't have to be exact with it. You just pull off a piece the size you want, rip it. You don't even have to cut it with a pair of scissors if you don't want to. Then when you stick it down, the color of the paper you're putting it on comes through a little bit. And washi tape is just so simple, and it adds a really cute little touch to most cards. Alright, that's the end of the embellishments I want to talk about, but it certainly isn't the end of possibilities for embellishments. Adhesives. Adhesives are products that we use to stick the papers and the embellishments on our cards. This product is called dimensionals, and what you use dimensionals for is to raise up the layers of your card. So if you look at this card, you can see that this thank you message has been raised up from the rest of the card, and I did that by just sticking a couple of embellishments behind. Dimensionals behind. They're sticky on both sides, so they stick to the piece you're trying to put on, and they stick to the card you're trying to put it on. And you just pull it off like this, and the dimensional is sticky on the back side, sticking to my finger, and when you pull the top layer off, it's sticky on both sides. So it holds whatever you're trying to put in place on your card, it holds it there very well. It's a really good glue they use on their dimensionals. Another kind of dimensional is called shaker frames, and shaker frames are used to make shaker boxes. A shaker box is an area of a card. Let me see if I can find one real quick. I'll be right back. A shaker box is an area of a card where there's a window and something is in there that you can shake around. In this case, it's sequins and hearts of different colors. And I made this shaker frame by taking one of these dimensionals, the bigger one, and I stuck it to this piece of clear plastic And then I stuck that to this card to cover up the hole. And then I put another piece of solid paper and stuck it to the back side of the dimensional. So these dimensionals, these shaker frames, are built exactly the way those pop-up dimensionals are built. They're sticky on both sides. So back here is sticky, and then when you peel off this paper covering right here, this side's sticky too. So you use them to make shaker frames. Alright, that's it for dimensionals. Now when you make cards, you stick layers together. And there are two ways to, like in this case where I stuck a piece of designer series paper to the top of a piece of cardstock, there were two ways I could do this. I could use this Tombow glue, and you need to have the Tombow glue in the green container. There's one in blue, but you don't want the Tombow glue that has blue, because it's moisture based, it's water based, and it will warp your card. This will warp your card too if you're not using good cardstock. If you're using thin cardstock, you don't want to use glue at all. But the good thing about glue is that it doesn't dry right away. You have a little bit of time to work with it to get your layers where you want them to be before they're permanently stuck. The other way to stick this paper to this paper is with this, it's called a snail adhesive. It's two-sided tape, and this really is the easiest way, because glue is hard for young people to deal with. This tape is easy. It's just like writing on the paper. So you press like that, and if you can see, a strip of tape has stuck to the paper. So the tape is sticky on both sides. Then when you want to stick that, see if I can find another piece. Here's a piece of paper we can use. When you want to stick this piece of paper to this piece of paper, you just put it where you want it to be and press, and it's stuck. So you can use two-sided tape by just putting a line of tape all the way around that layer of paper and then sticking it to this cardstock. Okay, so another type of adhesive we use, if we're making something three-dimensional like a basket or a box, and there's going to be movement, you're going to want a good sturdy adhesive. So the most sturdy adhesive we have is this sticky strip, and it's just like the two-sided tape. It is sticky on both sides. See if I can get that out of there. It sticks to the package it's in. It really is a very good adhesive on this. This is wax paper, and it's even stuck to that. Alright, so this you have to cut with a pair of scissors. And if you do that, you need to set aside one pair of scissors for adhesives, because it's really hard to cut ribbon with a pair of scissors that you've been cutting this kind of sticky tape with. So it's a thin strip of tape. It has a pink plastic coating on the top that you pull on after you get the tape on the card. So you'll cut as much as you need, put it on. Let me see if I can demonstrate that real quick. These are my sticky scissors. Okay. So I would just put this tape where I wanted it, and then you pull the plastic coating off. Come on, you. And you can see there's a line of tape left on the paper, and then you just stick that on your card. It's not very attractive, but I'm just demonstrating. So that is really stuck on there good. If you wanted to take that off of there now, you will ruin this and this both, because it's really stuck down. So when you use this, the sticky tape, they call it sticky strip, don't stick it together until it's exactly where you want it to be, because your project, you won't be able to remove it and place it somewhere else without ruining the project. Okay, a new product that Stampin' Up! Just came out with is called Fast Fuse, and this is like sticky strip in that it's a very strong adhesive, but it's also like the snail in that you just roll it on like that. So this is a really good new product they came out with. Okay, the last adhesive I want to talk to you about is glue dots. You can buy glue dots just about anywhere, and they come in a variety of sizes. These are called mini. You can also get micro glue dots. You can get thick glue dots. You know, you can get them as big around as a nickel. Stampin' Up! Just sells the mini glue dots, and this is good when you just want to stick one little thing. I don't know if you can you see that? No, no way. How can I hold it? There. Can you see the little, there, just a little small adhesive dot? The best way to use glue dots is to unroll the tape, and the paper, protective paper coating. Where is it? And there's my first glue dot that I can use right there. So instead of taking it off of this and putting it on whatever I want to stick on something, the best idea is to take the object you're wanting to get the glue dot on, put it on there, and then pull it off like this and stick it on your project. That's the best idea, because if you try to pick that glue dot up and stick it someplace and then put something on it, you're going to just make a mess. So that is my last adhesive. This video was short and sweet. I hope it was helpful. So I lied. I have one more thing I wanted to talk about. It's not really an adhesive, but it is a tool that allows you to add layers to your card or project. This is a handheld stapler, and it has little mini staples in it. And see if I can staple something that you can see. So you can staple, like, let's say I'm making a little bag of treats for someone, and I want to staple this label on there, and that'll hold my little bag of treats closed, and it'll hold the label on. So I just put it in there between the stapler, squeeze, and there I have adhered my label to my treat bag. So this handheld stapler is a really nice little tool, and I think just about all of the age groups should be able to use this with no problem. Okay, that's it for episode 7 of Tools of the Trade. Join me again for episode 8, which will be punches. We're going to talk about punches. Thank you. Bye.